So the update has dropped. And we are going to take a look. We're going to take a look into it, indeed. Just scrolling down here. Okay. Boom. Let's take a look at the new update. All right. You already know. You already know. Gotta take a look at it. What's up? What's up? What's up? What up? What up? What up? All those private servers were back from 2020, so it makes sense that there are a lot of them. Those private servers were all dated all the way back to 2020 up until now. Yeah. That's 20. That's understandable. We're talking about 5 years. So all them private servers you saw, 5 years. That's 5 years. Misty, what is up, Misty? That what's up, TOG? What up? What up? What up, y'all? Young Slack, Auto Farming Bounty Hunter, the Bounty Hunter. What's up? No, it's still chilling. Like I said, DBU stuck with us. So we gotta present what is we're most likely looking forward to seeing what happens since there are new owners. As you know, since there are new owners, they plan to update the game. We're mostly looking forward to seeing how they move forward. It's why you still see me still sticking around. It's that's the biggest reason. I'm always looking forward to seeing how do things in the future. Let's go ahead and join in. Let's see here. So some changes, if I'm not mistaken, from the logs. They say we got new Beast Gohan, Master Ultra Ego Vegeta. We got, and then returning of the forms. So one is the returning of the forms here. So let's see. So Godly Super Saiyan. Okay, hold on. Okay. Alright. Let's see what that Godly Super Saiyan looks like. Since we got Godly Super Saiyan 2, because look, we got Godly Corrupted Astral. So they brought back Astral Instinct, I'm assuming, but now it's called Pure Astral, and now there's a Corrupt Astral. We're gonna test out a lot of stuff here, so that way we can see. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, we got Godly Super Saiyan 2, as we know, but now we got Godly Super Saiyan here. Let's see what that looks like. See if there's any like. Okay. Yeah. So so the difference here is that our hair stays the same instead of it standing up. Okay. Cool. Let's see how the aura looks. Nice. Sparkles there. Sparks look pretty good. Boom. All right. Not bad. Godly Super Saiyan 3 though. Because I know most people want to check and see if the Godly Super Saiyan, ooh, hold up. That looks pretty nice. It does looking pretty nice, not gonna lie. Hold on. Now I wonder. Pretty sure you can stack Godly Super Saiyans. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we can, let's try to attempt to see if Godly Super Saiyan 3 will work in that method. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there. Oh, I see it now. There we go. Oh, okay. So, what should we combine it? Ooh, Time Breaker is back. And we had Time Breaker. What y'all think? True Super Saiyan God to stack it, or the Time Breaker? Y'all think that'll look pretty good? The Time Breaker though, because I was thinking of True Super Saiyan God, but I kind of want to do Time Breaker. Let's try Time Breaker. Ooh, what is that gonna look like? I have no idea. What is that gonna look like? Oh! What in the world? Okay, we went back to base form in this instance. Hold on, what that R look like when it's off? Ooh, okay, okay. Purple and electricity. Ooh, okay, okay. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of liking that. That one's pretty good. So that form mixing, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Then we untransform. Oh, I get to keep the mask. Yeah, look at that. We kept the mask there. We still got the mask. So we still got the mask, which is a cool I guess accessory there. Doe. But it is a cool feature, even though it is bugged. All right, I want to try True Super Saiyan God before we move on to the because I know there's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, that was too early. Yeah, I knew that was too early. Too early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, too late. You gotta have it just right, for real. Nope. It's like hit or miss with this one. You either got it down pat, or you just have those moments to where. There we go. Boom. All right. And the one thing I wanted to try was True Super Saiyan God combined with this one, because I know that's gonna look pretty nice. Let's take a look at that. Ooh. Oh yeah. I was definitely correct. Wow. Wow. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Even with the aura off. Actually, there's really no need to do the aura off thing. Yeah, that looks good. Nice. Alright, so one of the things that was added, Beast Gohan, Ultra Ego, right? The forms will return. I believe we do have Astral Instinct that we need to see. Looks like. Now we need to have Astral Instinct. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay, so this time the difference here is no halo. So now this time we have no halo this time, because the previous Astral Instinct had a halo and stuff like that. So it has been reworked and stuff like that. Nice, nice, pretty solid, pretty solid. Now y'all want me to look at Corrupt Astral. Now I am gonna catch up to chat for a little bit, so let me just skim it through. Yeah, I really can't delete those private servers. I think you can. Maybe you can. I don't know. True, Kadai, Frost. What up, Detailed? New owners plus NHD update would be nice. They are working. Yeah, they're working on those especially. All right. You know, if the game were to get shut down for half a year and the new devs locked in, restore this game back to its prime, this could be the #1. It just depends on what. Like I said, that's why I said I'm looking forward to the future of what they have in store for it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it moves forward. That's why I'm like, you got to see it all the way to the end. Loki is carried, and nobody would have known it was stackable on purpose. Corrupt Astro looks nice. All right, now let's take a look at Corrupt Astro. Oh wait, I forgot. Switch sides called Zenny now. Hold up. 760. Ooh-wee. Yeah. It calls Zenny now. So. Ooh-wee. I forgot about that. Now we gotta grind. We gotta grind a bit. All right. So let's see what else was added from what was there. Game passes, gallery returnings and stuff like that. Adjustable damages and stuff like that. So now we can go on ahead and go into bills. Let's go into bills and then let's get some zennies so we can take a look at the corrupt Astral. Astral. I don't know why I'm saying Astral. Astral. Alright, let's use this pure. Actually, I think those mostly work on me. Beast cannon. Hit you with the beast cannon. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's right. It is a new form. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna do this whole cinematic scene and I'm about to get like... Yeah, see, I'm low. Super low. Ooh, that was close. Unless it just came with the form thing. Okay. What's up, Kevin? Lucas, right? Lucas, what up, Lucas? We got Lucas up in here. I need to try to remember if it's Lucas or is it Kevin? If Kevin is Lucas, well, unless you're a different person. I have to be sure. I need to like jot the memory so that way it's remembered. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So it is Lucas. What's up, Lucas? We got Lucas up in here. All right. Let's check and see. So we had this boss here, obviously. Now, and of course Wukong. Now there are two bosses from the looks of it that has been added. One is Gohan Beast. Okay, so we got Gohan Beast here. So boom, there's Gohan Beast. Or in this case, no hat. All right, and then Master Ultra Ego Vegeta. I'm trying to see where Master Ultra Ego Vegeta would be at, but let's go ahead and go and, well, hold up. Let me get just a few reasonable, like a few just reasonable stats. Where we at? 15. Then I need to go to here first. It makes, hold on, it makes a lot of noise. Let me try. Let me try Super Saiyan Blue UI. There we go. Do this bit. Boom. Okay, 27. You can add another one up in there. And we just add another one up in there. Beast Cannon. Energy Volley. Okay, 39. Alright. Okay, so there's Beast Gohan. Let's see what we got here. 780,000 all stats. So we are at 39. 56. So from 39 to 56. Ooh-wee. What a jump. So why are you using the Spirit Bomb? Spirit Bomb? No, because I like Beast Cannon more. I like Energy Volley that leads up to Beast Cannon. I think the reason why is because throughout the years, y'all remember when, but usually this will only apply to public servers, to where the reason why I stopped is because in public servers in the past, in like the very past, you used to hit the Spirit Bomb and then it would never hit. It would just get stuck in the air. That's what made me switch and avoid it all this time. So that's Vegeta, God in Training. But where is... Where are ya? Where are ya? Say you go on Other Mountain. Say you on Other Mountain. Alright. Well, we go look. We probably go see... Oh, right up there. Yeah, there you go. There you are. Alright. Alright. Vegeta Ultra Ego. 730,000. So I believe the other one was 760. This 730. Okay. Boom. Nice. This gives a lot. So 730, 760, and Vikuta would give 580. Yeah, this is a boost there. So 580 there. Yeah, so 580. And here in Wukong will give 680. So Wukong of MUI still gives a lot. Nice. It still gives a lot. And then these, of course, boom. So in this case, Gohan Beast is now the strongest NPC boss. It's now time to change sides. Just, oh yeah, now it's time to. We were just in the 700s. Now we're ready to change sides. All right, now we can show the Astral, the corrupt side. Okay, now we can look at the corrupt version of Corrupt Astral. Let's take a look at Corrupt Astral. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on, let's go into a little bit of light here. Take a look at that. Nice. Wow. This aura reminds me of Cumber from Heroes. Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of. Yeah, this form's good. I like this. Yeah. This is pretty good. Pretty good. So we still, okay. So we still got access to those. I'm trying to like go through and see what was all there. But yeah, this is nice though. Yeah, and that, and of course there's some melee sorted, and then damages and stuff like that. There's other stuff that's been added that people can also try out whenever they get a chance to. This is what you call a very solid update. Very solid, very solid. Very solid indeed. Very solid indeed. Now I'm trying to figure out whether I want to work up to switch sides again, but each time it always increases. So I guess this means that don't have, there's Super Saiyan Blue UI, there's Pure Astral. From there. Alright. You want to see the new Game Pass forms. So Godly Super Saiyan. This is how it'll look. So Godly Super Saiyan, you keep your base hair, and you have the sparkles and electricity, and with the aura off, nice and sparkles. Nice and sparkles. So that one's pretty solid. And plus, the good news is that it requires one wait. Okay, this is different. It requires one rebirth. Interesting. This one requires 3. I mean, this requires 10 rebirths. The Godly Super Saiyan 3 is my favorite one. Now this one is my favorite one. Just look at that. Nice. Look at that. Especially, and also the form stack can also work on this as well. So you can use form stack on this, and then combine that with whichever you want to combine. Actually, I want to see what, well, now that we don't get True God of Creation, kind of want to see what True God Destruction looks like with this. Or Super Broly. Ooh. Ooh. I'm actually curious now. Hold up. I'm curious a little bit. One. Nope, too early. Every time, it's always too early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Alright, yeah, so as you can see, it still works. And True God Destruction, yeah, one try True God Destruction. Boom. Ooh, oh man, hold up. Wow. Ooh. Oh man, this looks good. The long black hair, God of Destruction, and the electricity. Oh. Oh. Nah. That looks good. That right there. That looks good right there. Just look at that. That looks good. Solid. Look at that. You got particles going everywhere. You got the little ring around it. That looks good too. And the electricity. Wow, that looks really good. Super Saiyan Ultra Ego 3. What form is that? So this form is the combination of Godly Super Saiyan 3 mixed with True God Destruction, which looks pretty amazing. I like this. We got our aura off. This, of course, is the aura on. Personally, I like the aura off. This looks really good. Man, that looks good. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now, that was good. What about... I don't know. There's a lot to mix with, y'all. There's a lot to mix with. So, hooey. There's a lot to mix with. I think we're ready to rep. Let's go ahead and get that good rebirth in. Go straight to Earth. I'm catching up with most people here. Red Pan, what's up? CMD, what up, what up? What up, y'all? Teleport failed, so not sure that we can't go to Keto. Let's see, can we go to Keto? Hibito. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. Something's going on to where we can't teleport back to Keto. Let's see. It means we just gotta rejoin. Rejoin a different way. That's a lot of scrolling though when I do that. Because it can't like delete the inactive servers. So boom. There we go. Boom. Alright. Let's try it now. So Young Slat, you sound picking the game back up. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice indeed. Got that good old nostalgia. The nostalgia hits on another level. No, you see how that quest guy was trying to take me over there to the caves. I'm like, nah, I don't want to go over there. No, we do not want to go over there. Let's see. Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to go straight to that form. Now we're over here for a little bit. Could be over here for a while. Nice. Boom. We still got our jug, y'all. Still got our jug. You have to stay hydrated. There's a pure Astral, or was it either one of the which? Let's see. Let's try No. I don't know why I was thinking. Any doubts about the mini update? It's solid. It's pretty solid update. Pretty solid. Nope, too early. Too early. But yeah, it's solid. Pretty solid. Nope. I was counting it wrong. At a wrong pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Now what was it that I want to combine? Super Broly with it. See what Super Broly looks like with it, and then we'll grind with it. Boom. Oh, surprisingly, our hair goes back. Reverts back. Nice. Ooh. Okay. Let's go ahead and use this style. Nice. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. Just rebirth the 5 to 10 trillion. Nice. Nice. What's up? Only lurking. But yeah, detailed update, pretty solid. Let's see. 15 over here. Corey, so I'm surprised you're still playing this. Yeah, like I said, it's more like we're seeing, like I said, when Papa Pingo owner came in, and then a new owner came in, Boss Studios. Now it's more like I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes moving forward. So it's more like you're interested into seeing how things move forward with the game. So you still keep an eye out each and every time. You still keep an eye out, indeed. You still keep an eye out. To do 2 of those, but really, realistically, oh no, it made sense that we were okay, cool, and no problem there. What's up, AOE Golden? So I only play sometimes for nostalgia for everything we did. Yep, the good old nostalgia. Can't go wrong with that at all. So we just chilling and grinding. 400 people active. Oh really? Nice. That's good. That is good. 400 people active. Curious about the good old update indeed. What's up, Portal Gaming? What up? Long time no see indeed. Well, I still gave a lot there. Alrighty. So the combination form of Godly Super Saiyan 3 and Super Broly was pretty solid for this grind rebirth here. So let's go ahead and do a rebirth there. And let's see if we can come up with some more ideas of a form mix to try out for the next time we go into. Okay, now it's for, okay, there we go. It's back to working now. Yep, back to working. What up, team? What up? This is how the game should be. Keep the old mechanics and update it, but it needs to be balanced out overall. Yeah. That's why I was saying, like, the overall update solid, because it still gave like a reminder of like the DBU feel. So it still didn't like lose the thing behind it. Still remember when I did the in-game raid with new and mid Dark Empire members. So it is you. I had to make sure it was you, but it is you. Goku 1, 2, 3 something. Yeah. Is Goku 1, 2 something. Yeah. Man, oh man. That was a big moment for the Fusion clan. That was a big moment for the Fusion clan. That was a big moment right there. Oh, surprisingly, you'll still find Dark in the official server. So you'll find Dark in the official DBU server, official server. So you might catch him there. Like I said, most people that are still here, that still play this game, either to try it out, nostalgia, or is pretty much looking forward to seeing how things move forward with the game. Galaxy Super Saiyan 3 and Ultra Ego. Galaxy Super Saiyan 3 and Ultra Ego. Oh, and Ultra Ego. Okay, okay, cool. Let's combine those forms next then. Remember, I got someone with 1 bill and Cat, and I think Hyper did a 1v2 on him. That's right, because Hyper was our I believe he was our strongest. And since we had fusion, since the fusion glitch was around, everybody, most people, like 2 or 3 people had 1 billions. So Hyper had 1 billions, Cat had the fusion glitch, so he had that 1 billion power too. Yeah, it was something else. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that took longer. Hold up. What? Man, what is this? Where's my hair? I think I'm lagging, y'all. I think I'm lagging, but this is weird. I don't think this happened before. I don't think this happened before. I'm in base form, but I have Godly Super Saiyan 3 aura. Did we pull a Battle of Gods for a second? You saw that we lagged for a little bit, right? Anyway, someone said Godly Super Saiyan 3 and Ultra Ego. Alright, let's take a look at that Ultra Ego. And combine that. Boom. Oh. Okay. Godly Super Saiyan 3 and an Ultra Ego. Alrighty. That was kind of weird though. That was pretty weird. I don't know. I guess we're good then. Also, I'm gonna get my main account back. It's been banned for 6 months, but I'm gonna get it reactivated by Sunday. Nice. I even joined his new Empire server back then, but when I nuked the leaderboard server, he banned me from it. Which leaderboard server? Because there were many. Was it Red Bulls or was it Red Bulls leaderboard server that went chaotic in 2021? It was probably that server then, more than likely, because that server was very much chaotic. Or was it? Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was Crow's leaderboard server that was nuked. Yep. Yeah, I remember that now. That had to been 2021 or 22. I think maybe 2021, more than likely. Yeah, deadly, super deadly of the nuke. Too deadly of the good old nuke. You said, did the game become hard to grind? No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that now, if it was a couple like weeks ago to what things used to be before the revert, then of course it was easier than it was. But this where we're at right here is no different than 2024 when Papa Pingo was the owner at the time, and the grinding. Oh, server shut down. Okay, server shut down. So let's rejoin. See if we can rejoin real quick. Still a good rejoin. And we were just trying out that form too. What is better, corrupted forms or the new ones? Corrupted forms or the... Oh, you're wondering in terms of the stats. Well, yeah, we can go ahead and test that. We can test whether the corrupted forms or the godly Super Saiyan. I'm assuming you're talking about godly Super Saiyan and Astral. Let's test that out. That way you can have a good look at that, and then you'll figure out whether you want the form still or not. Alright, so let's take a look at corrupt. Now, of course, we already know what corrupt, and then corrupt. That's a whole pack, so we're gonna do the strongest one and see the boost that we get from that, and then you'll know from that point. Alright, so boom, boom, and boom. So 106, if I'm not mistaken, 3 and 3 and 3. Okay, 106 billion. Yeah, 106 billion. Correct me if I'm wrong. 106 billion. Alright, so let's try Godly Super Saiyan 3, since that's still a pack. That's part of a pack, so Godly Super Saiyan 3. Alright, and then this one here, we got 61.6 billion. So corrupted are stronger. So now let's, oh my bad. Thank you for reminding me. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's just revert, no pun intended. Let's revert back and then re-show everything I just missed. Alright, so like I said, referring back to happy birthday, Gunny Plague channel. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday indeed, happy birthday indeed. On the 1st of August, nice. On the 1st of August, sooner or later school will be started back up. Indeed. All right, so what Sorcery said, what is better, the corrupted forms or the new ones? So we're gonna test out corrupted Super Saiyan Blue 3, since that's still part of the pack. All right, transform. All right, so we got 1, 2, and 3. So we got 106 billion. 106 billion. All right, 106 billion of a boost there. And we're gonna try out Godly Super Saiyan 3, because that's also part of the newer forms. And from this boost, we get 61.6 billion. All right. Now with Corrupt Astral. Now Corrupt Astral is not fully mastered, so in this case, it's still at level 1. So of course, but more than likely, Corrupt Astral and Pure Astral and Corrupt Astral will more than likely be higher than the corrupted forms. Maybe. Hold on. Let's see. 560 million. And the requirement here is lower than normal. Is that MSU? Nice. Alright. Say I purchased Roblox. Roblox thought it was credit card or debit card product, but I used my own card to pay. Oh yeah, I remember that. I believe you mentioned that. The story sounds familiar, so I don't know whether it was your story or another person who had a similar story to yours. But I remember you telling me that. I think I remember either you telling me that or somebody else told me that. Okay, so there we go. Why I cut my hair? This wasn't by choice. This was genetics. So as I grew older, it just gradually just happened just like that. Because the way that my hair is that this part and the middle part no longer grows as fast as my sides and back. So in that case, at that point, you gotta cut everything off at that point. So that's what happened to it. Cordell, you said grind is more difficult, so I'm assuming that you're talking about compared to how Paris update was and how everything was super easy with the multi-rebs. You're saying now it's much harder. But if I were to give it a comparison of how things were in Papa Pingo's ownership era to how the grinding was versus it now, with things still being one rebirth, it'll still be no different, with the exception of the rebirths being a 40% XP and stuff like that. So if we were talking about Paris update, then yeah, it's understandable that most people would say grinding is more difficult. Now if you're talking about Papa Pingo's era, then there will be little to no difference, but pretty much a boost, because not only you have more bosses now and the forms from a different time of an update, but now you have what was I fixing to say? But now you have a 40% XP, 40% XP or something like that. Okay. What's up, MSU Gavinator? What's up? What's up? We see you rocking the suit and tie. Oh yeah, be sure y'all if y'all still got outfits from the last update, be sure y'all keep that, because you won't find those outfits. You won't find those outfits if you go to the shop right now. So as you see MSU with the suit right there, you can't find that no more. you can't get that no more. You won't be able to find that. It's not. At least we'll be able to. Let's check right now. We can check right now, cause we can check right now. So you saw that suit he was wearing, right? No, I don't have Blanco. I do not have Blanco. Blanco, I do not have. I just have Beasts. I just have Beasts. Yeah, I definitely like the aura of Corrupt Astral. Astral, it reminds me of like Heroes of Cumber's thing. But like I said, if you go to Appearance Changer. Oh, what in the world? What happened? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the outfits, but maybe it's on my end that the stuff are loading in, but you might want to just keep your outfit on and do not make any changes to any of your outfits right now until that's either restored, fits, or however it goes. It might be on my end because, like I said, this is there, so I'm not gonna change any of my. I'm not gonna change my outfit because, of course, there. But if you have but if you're back over, but like I said, how MSU Gavinator has his suit, he can hold on to that and just keep it, because that suit you ain't gonna find in the shop no more. That's like a suit that's like limited edition. That suit's limited edition now, and you no longer can get it anymore. Let's see. I'm gonna check if I still have you added so I can join. Oh, it's not a public server, and it's not my private server. It's a different private server. We ain't stepping on public server. Public server, it's unwise to go into public server unless you just no, super unwise. But DRX Secret, what's up? Valid, thanks for explaining. Chris, you know where the new bosses are at? Or they like the raid bosses or something? No raid bosses. They're not raid bosses. We'll go ahead and take a look at inside what forms we were doing. We were doing Godly Super Saiyan 3 and Ultra Ego. So I'm about to teleport to the new boss right here, which will be Beast Gohan. So this is Beast Gohan. So 2 additional bosses were added. So this is Beast Gohan here that was added into the game. So you got Beast Gohan. It gets a nice good boost. So, and then here is Ultra Ego Vegeta. Ultra Ego Vegeta will be right up top near Beerus here on top of this mountain. So this will be Ultra Ego Vegeta. They'll be there. This is where you'll find them. So now let's go ahead and what was it? Yeah, that's right. We were going Godly Super Saiyan 3. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And we had Ultra Ego. And we were combining that. So this time our hair is there. And boom. There you go. So this is where we were last time. So nice and solid. Pretty nice and solid with an Ultra Ego and a Godly Super Saiyan 3 combination. Pretty solid. Man, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Y'all can agree with that. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty solid. But yeah. Public servers are rough. Get 1 tap at 2 trillion. So only step in public server with at least 100 quad. No. No, they nerfed the people that had a ton of stats. but it still would be unwise to go to a public server. Even before, even in 2024, we was not stepping in the public server. Rarely would step in the public server because unless you just got some stacks like that, then yeah. Unless you just really prepared to go up against some people, they'll like attack you. Then yeah. Primal, what's up? What's up, Primal Elite? I'm trying to remember what was. I know I remember that username, but I remember there being another username that you went by. Zazuko Gaming. There it is. Okay, there we go. There we go. So I just need to remember that it was Zazuko Gaming, and from there. Where are we? We're at 27. Yeah, let's go to Ultra Ego. Yeah, yeah. Boom. Okay. Nice. So that combo is pretty good. Said, what's your user? Hold on. Our user is Christopher125. I can't look at it right now since we're streaming at the moment. Let's see. Zazuko. Yep, Zazuko Gaming. Nice. But this combination is pretty good though. Godly Super Saiyan 3. King. Okay, King Draco. Yeah, I remember a username like that too. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Boom. Solid. Alright, MSU Gavinator. Peace, peace, peace. Much appreciated. Much appreciated for stopping by indeed. Much appreciated for stopping by indeed. Keep on the suit and tie, because that's a limited edition. No, that's not Gavin's private server. That's another person's private server. Like I said, it's not my private server, y'all. It is not my private server. It is not my private server. Let me see. Hold on. Show y'all. So hold on. Like we going all through these. All through these. Boom. Yeah, see, it's not my private server. And we got all chat. A long time no see. Long time no see. We might as well go up in there. All chat's private server. I did not see that. Alright. Let's go ahead and continue to grind there. If I send a request, you'll know it's me. Should I add it while you was at it? Okay. Let me go ahead and take care of this. Where are you at? Boom. Accepted. Alright, you're good. Let's go. Had to quickly pull up. He said, watch, I got a private server. The 2XP is here or later? No, an update is here. So definitely check it out. Frenchie972, definitely check it out. There's a new update. So definitely try it out. Because we got Godly Super Saiyan and Godly Super Saiyan 3. And then of course you know about the corrupted forms, and now Timebreaker is back for anybody that made a purchase a while ago. New forms have been added, such as Pure Astral and Corrupt Astral. So definitely, and then 2 new bosses were added too. So definitely check out the update and check it out from there. I think it was called Overworld. Overworld. A long time ago, he just like admits in his Vivian by private server. Okay, what form do we combine next? That's gonna be pretty interesting. What's the next form we're gonna combine? Boom. Looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. Okay, let's see. Alright, so Godly Super Saiyan 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Alright. Alright, so what do we got now? Just do random form. In that case, Corrupted Astral. Because we haven't seen what that looks like, actually. Boom. Ooh. Alright. Now with the R off, what do we got? Okay. 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 So we got ourselves a combination of a boost of a form that... So we really, in terms of the boost, we really just got Godly Super Saiyan 3 boosts. Because the Corrupt Astral in this case would be, yeah, just like how you see it right here. Used to have all chat added. Let's see, just do random form. See, quick showcase of the forms. All right, let's get to our rebirth point, and then we'll do exactly that. We'll do a recap of what's been added. Quick showcase of the forms. Now if you talking about both good side and bad side, we're gonna have to rack up some Zenny because we gotta switch sides in order to do so. Actually, in this case, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to make a I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna make a video after the stream. Tell you what, the only things I can show you right now would be what we got. Godly Super Saiyan 3, Godly Super Saiyan, and of course Corrupt Astral. Now for pure Astral, for all those, I'll have to do a separate video because it requires some Zenny to switch sides and then switch sides again in case another person asks about it. So I'm gonna make a separate video introducing the update and then just showing the showcases. That way people will be able to see it from there. But when we rebirth here, I'll show you what I have access to as of right now, and then that'll be easier for everybody to see from there. Oh, I probably shouldn't have went there. It says they're a better boss than Broly on Earth. Come on Earth. Was it Super Saiyan God Vegito? If Super Saiyan God Vegito is still in the desert area. Hold on. Wait, are we back online? Are we back online? Okay. So we kind of like lag for a little bit. I don't know if we're still back, y'all. Let me know if we're still back. Let me know if we're still back. Let's see. What was I fixing to? Yeah, let me update. Yeah, that's right. I was fixing to update these. Let's see here. No. Boom. Let me update. Just give me 1 second to update these. Okay. The live is there. Let's put this here. And then what was I supposed to do? Oh yeah, here. Alright, and now when you check the description, y'all, you'll be able to notice that once it's updated that we have the Dragon Blox Ultimate Discord. And in case you're wondering how to form stack, there is a YouTube short for that as well. So boom, there you go. You'll wait for X weekend. What's up, Rush? Got like 30 reps yesterday. Yes, I remember you indeed. I remember you indeed. I remember indeed. 2 XP weekend. Chris, there is an error in the transformation. Blanco. I don't have Blanco, so I have no idea what's happening. What is happening to Blanco? Because like I said, I don't have the form Blanco. What's up, DBU Destroyer? What is up? Indeed. Rhea, what is up? What is up? Boom. There we go. So boom. Was it 64? Yeah, we're good now. Look at me forgetting again. Zazuko Gaming. Here's me forgetting. All right, let's go on it. Let's just get the stats on Earth and then let's showcase it that way. We keep forgetting. Just keep on forgetting. But we'll just get it back up, just like that. Yeah, we need a time breaker. Let's showcase it. Yeah, I don't know how in the world did I forget. I don't know how in the world I didn't like. I don't know how in the world I forgot about it. So what is my dream? Well, it's unknown at the moment. I don't think I don't know. I don't know yet. Dream. That's still something I'm still trying to figure out. In terms of the purpose, finding a purpose, or what is the end goal? What is the that's still I don't know. The reason why it's difficult is because you usually just go with the flow of things. You either go in the flow, or you see, or you plan and see, or you plan for the future. Most can see the future, but planning on what you want to do or what is the dream that you have that you're aspiring to go for, it's mostly a blank sheet of paper, and you're still trying to figure out, now what does that look like while I'm currently currently present, instead of looking at it from a third-person perspective. In order for me to answer that question, I would literally have to look at myself in third person. Is that correct? Yeah, third person. And then answer that question that way. I don't know. I have no idea. Alright, let's go on ahead, since now we should have enough. 2.1. Alright, so now we got Time Breaker, which has returned, so of course it's gonna look wow. Alrighty. Ooh. So there you go with the Time Breaker. Nice. Nice. And then with the R off, this is how it looks. Nice. So of course now we are showcasing. Now with the new form of Godly Super Saiyan 1. Just ignore the mask because the mask is an accessory. So the mask is now switched over to an accessory. But this is Godly Super Saiyan. And with the store, and then with the R off, we got the sparkles. Going for Godly Super Saiyan here. A Godly Super Saiyan 3. Boom. Now this is my favorite. I like Godly Super Saiyan 3. Definitely like the sparkles that go in like that. Pretty good. R off looks pretty good too on top of that. Nice and clean. Nice. And now with Corrupt Astral. I'm gonna make a separate video for both Corrupt and Pure Astral. So that way, when I make a separate video, the update, I'll do like, you know, like doing this, like introduce this and then introduce that, because it costs Zenny. Each time I switch side, the Zenny increases. So instead of showing each and every person that like comes in and then say I didn't see this form, what does that form looks like on this side? Instead of me switching each and every time, I'm gonna make a separate video. That way it's easier to see it from there. Makes it easier for everybody. So now we got Astral or Corrupt Astral. Now Pure Astral will be introduced in a separate video when introducing the update. But yeah, looking pretty nice. Now I like this form because it reminds me of a Cumber from Dragon Ball Heroes. Definitely reminds me of that. That's what I get from it. So looks pretty solid, looks pretty good. With the R off, well, pretty much there's no need to turn the R off because it's already condensed. The R is condensed, so it's good. I think I ran out of energy. But anyway, I wonder what's the next form we're gonna mix now. What's the next form we are about to mix? Indeed, it's gonna look pretty good. Who knows? But yeah, appreciate the question, Gonnie Play. It's like still a question mark in terms of what is the dream. I have no idea. Does update boost my consistency? Also, what's the best form in this game right now? I tested Super Saiyan Blue corrupted 3 stats and Time Breaker, and Super Saiyan Blue was more. So I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, you talking about Time Breaker? Oh, okay. Oh, I did not test that. Let me see here. Because someone did ask most likely, of course, with Godly Super Saiyan and Godly Super Saiyan 3 versus these, of course, would be the highest. Because if I'm not mistaken, this gives, well, never mind, because I don't have those stats anymore. But you said this versus this. And you said one of them gives one more the other. D-Blades, long time no see. Long time no see. What's up, Pander? What is up? What is up? So Super Saiyan Blue 3, I'm looking at it right here. 8.6. Yeah, that's right, 8.6 bill. And then Time Breaker in this case. $9 bill edition. It says Super Saiyan Blue 3 stats and Time Breaker and Super Saiyan Blue was more. Yeah, it's more since it's higher here in this case. So it has more, but as you can see of me testing it out, it wasn't that far away from each other in terms of like the power. Now, when it comes to Corrupt Astral, Corrupt Astral D-Blades would be the strongest form, which looks like this. Now, of course, you gotta master it in order to see the full benefits of it, because right now it's just at level 1 or level 0, whichever level it wants to be. But this would be its strongest form, as well as the Pure Astral, to which I will show a separate video on because of the switch sides cost Zenny. So there we go from there. Alright, so which form, once again, will we combine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I was too late. Yeah, too late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, too late. Alright, Zazuko, game in peace. I don't know why I transform. Why in the world would you transform? Okay, there we go. 1, 2. There we go. Alright. And this combined with what? Super Saiyan Blue UI. Wait, no. I forgot I don't have that. Beast Gohan then. See what Beast in this looks like. Okay. See what the aura looks off. Nice. Beast has this as a combination. Looks pretty good. What's up, D-Blaze, though? But what, what's up, what's up? Said Manic Light, what up, what up? Hello, hello. There's something I did not tell you, which is that when it lasts a certain period, all the transformations are deducted, and this is what happens in the blue transformation. You talking about this pack here? Like Corrupted, Super Saiyan Blue? All transformations are deducted. Talking about this pack specifically, or all the blues and Super Saiyan Blues? But anyway, alright, let's keep it going. Whoa, nice. Okay, okay, nice, nice. A nice mix. Well, with the boost here, we should be pretty good. Yeah. $31 from there. Now after this, let's go to Beast. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's on the for a second. Alright, Goni Play. Peace, peace, peace. Much appreciated, much appreciated, much appreciated for stopping by. Enjoy the updates, indeed. Nice. Alright, ready to rep. And let's look forward to the next form mix. I wonder what the next form mix should be. We'll go into... Oh, I punched once. I punch once. Alright. Oh, okay. Boom. Alright. Let's go and look at that. Okay. Here we go. Got destruction. King Nitro. What's up, King Nitro? Alrighty. What's the next form to mix next? Looking forward to seeing how that goes. Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Galaxy 6 into about minus the... Yeah, that's understandable now. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Boom. Okay, what are we combining with it now? Super Saiyan Blue 4. Super Saiyan Blue 4 and Godly Super Saiyan 3. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, okay. Turn the R off. Let's see what we got. Boom. Okay. Solid. Alrighty. Can't complain about that. Look pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, we usually do 2 rounds of that and then go from there. What's up, Victor? Oh, hello. So I haven't played Dragon Blox Ultimate in a long time. Thought the game died. But we still got people updating it, so it keeps players anticipating into knowing like what's gonna happen moving forward. So I always bring some form of like looking like, I'm really looking forward to what's in store next. So it gives off that sense each and every time. Oh yeah, 27, so one more and then we just might as well go to the last boss. With an addition of stuff like that. So in case anybody hasn't known, we had 2 additional bosses, which is Gohan, Beast Gohan being added, Ultra Ego, Vegeta, and of course the new game pass of the godly forms that you can use to stack forms with, especially with Super Saiyan God 3. So for instance, boom, it's Ultra Ego Vegeta. And boom. Nice rep. Let's look forward to the next form mix that we got. So the new next form mix that we got to showcase. Punch once, and then boom. Gotta stay hydrated. Got to. Said Chris, reworking is so much easier now. Said hi, I speak Spanish. Sorry. It's all good. It's all good. Tunjin Zeno. Hello. The best thing about BBU is that the intentions are pretty much understandable. We see the character here, just chilling and grinding, and of course showcasing what's all new into the game. Of course, Godly Super Saiyan. In this case, I'm gonna show you the Godly Super Saiyan 3 that has been shown, which personally I like this form. This form is pretty solid, pretty good. And so for Super Saiyan, for Godly Super Saiyan here, there it is, right there. Looks pretty good. There. And of course you keep the base here and everything. And for Corrupt, well, not ready for Corrupt just yet. Give me 1 second. For Corrupt. Just one more. Let's do one more of those. since they added 2 new bosses up top of that with a 40%. Yeah, if you really think about it, Rush, it's pretty much like a 2 XP addition being added. If you're not counting the Paris and update, and if you're thinking about 2024, this really is like a 2 XP addition and stuff like that. So pretty good though, pretty good. And of course, corrupt here. This is what it looks like. Looks pretty solid, looks pretty good. Nice and clean, nice and clean. Pretty nice and clean from there. All right, so now let's look forward to what the next form the next forms we're gonna mix now. Let's see what the next forms we're gonna mix. It's gonna be interesting. They announced Earth and Bill's planet won't be getting updates anymore. Does that mean a new map is likely to come? Oh, that's what was mentioned? I mentioned, like I said, I mentioned this a couple streams ago and the last stream. But think of this idea, right? Now before I pitch the idea to y'all, let's go ahead and get that form mix going. Let's see what form mix should we do this time. Galaxy Super Saiyan 3, and then let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Alright. So now let's see what forms we're gonna mix with this. Because we did, if I'm not mistaken, we did corrupt Astral. We did do that. Did we do Super Saiyan Blue UI? We did do that as well. Should we do Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4? Why not? Why not do Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker? Actually, no. I still want to. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to that. No, it's True Super Saiyan God. Let's do True Super Saiyan God. Because I know we did it earlier, but I still want to take a real good look at it. Yeah, there it is. True Super Saiyan God. Looking really good. Nice. Looking nice. So I was saying this. Okay. So we were saying this earlier. Or a couple streams ago. That you were saying that they didn't announce that Bills and Earth are not going to get updates anymore. So my idea last stream and a couple streams ago was this. Make it the bosses, right? Each boss scales to how strong the person is. But in this case, I was thinking of something different. In this case, I'm thinking the difficulty in bosses will scale not just by bosses, but by the world map itself. So you got Earth, and then you got Bills, and then if we're saying hypothetically, let's put Supreme Kai's world. If we say, okay, new update, Supreme Kai's world, for example, this is Supreme Kai's world right here. We're gonna add, I would say I'll add Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Kid Buu, and Mystic Gohan. And it doesn't have to be super big, it just has to be small and compact, anything like that. Boom. The difference here is that we know that in Bill's planet that there are stronger people than they are in Supreme Kai's world. But in this case, Supreme Kai's world, based on the world itself, is more difficult. So that way, if you made the difficulty based on worlds instead of bosses, it brings more content. Let's say Future Trunks map. You can add Future Trunks up in there. Or basically you add Super Saiyan 2 Rage Trunks as a boss. You can add Zamasu. You can add Goku Black. And then you can add Fuse Zamasu. Like boom, 4. There's your 4 right there. And if you want to, you can add Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Boom, there you go. Boom, just like that. Or Tournament of Power. You got Tournament of Power. It's gonna be a long list because that's a lot of characters. But we already know what's gonna be in Tournament of Power. That's a lot of people. On top of that's a lot of people. But yeah, that's an example. If we, instead of the scaling, so that way the scaling doesn't go all over the place in terms of the NPCs and the bosses that we go up against. Instead of the scaling being based on the bosses, like, okay, we have Zamasu here, and then over here in Bills we have this person here, but Bills is stronger than this person, so why is the scaling like this? Instead of it being just like that, just let it be based on the worlds, so that way more content is added. So in case you just want to make a GT Earth map, you make a GT Earth map, and now you just have Goku GT, and then you have or Goku Super Saiyan 4, boom, just like that as an NPC. Then you got Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, Then you got Omega Shenron, and then you got Super 17 in there. And then you got all this stuff like, and you got Baby. You got Baby up in there too. So pretty much you can utilize each of the cannons and stuff like that, and base in separate worlds, and just make it. And like I said, that's a whole storage of all that stuff that can be real good in terms of like future content, future updates and stuff like that. So doing it that way can benefit and add more content. But what y'all think though? But like I said, I've been thinking about the idea for a long time that should be added. It will look pretty good. True God is Super Saiyan. So this is True Super Saiyan God and Godly Super Saiyan 3 combined. That's why it looks super crispy. In my opinion, they didn't make the bosses hard to get to. It's like each time they update with new bosses, they make it much easier on us to grind, so there's no real challenge to this game. Well, like I said, the idea. What's up, King? What up? Also, for the new worlds, you were talking about like Top and Zeno's place. I feel like they add all the strongest characters to builds they need to create their own canon characters like Super Saiyan Infinity Goku. Not yet. I think they can still use the content such as like the other canon stuff before they added more non-canon. We already have non-canon forms like added, of course, and of course like maybe canon. Well, then again, someone did say, of course, people approved that all things were canon or not canon, but either way, I think we should wait a little bit in terms of that and start adding the things that were in the series, such as GT and Z, and of course in any of the stuff that was all there to make it like that. But how would they power scale? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think what's up, Victor? Like for example, once you reach 1 billion, you can enter the GT map. Okay, so in this case, they need to. Okay, so the system will have to be just change just a little bit. Instead of it requiring Zenny to go to it, you have the option in your interface menu to join those worlds instead. Let it be an interface or a type of interface that has the worlds showcase here, and then you can scroll through that and then pick which world you want to go to, or you find an NPC on whichever map that you spawn in that can take you to certain worlds, either by the click of a button or by finding an NPC to take you to those worlds. The people will have an option to go to any of the worlds if they want to, just for the sake of exploration or hanging out or going there to grind. Instead of it being like that type of requirement. Now, of course, if they go to those worlds, and of course that world is too strong for them and they can't fight those bosses, of course the stat requirement will let you know that, hey, you need this amount of stats in order to do so. Now, of course, the way they set it up now, like pretty much it needs to be, a lot of stuff would need to be readjusted in order for this method to work. But it is going to help in the long run by adding more content to the game. So the idea there is pretty good, but there needs to be just some smoothing around in terms of the grinding in order for it to make sense. But it shouldn't restrict anybody from going any of those maps if they want to just take a look and just explore a little bit or hang out, because it'll be the spot where either you have enough stats to go inside that boss and fight it, or you don't have enough stats but you can still explore and do whatever you need to, unless they remove stat requirements. Now, if they remove stat requirements and the percentage things, then I'm just telling you that once they do that, that's a whole nother story by itself, because that'll bring more players. And the reason why I say that is because imagine this happens. Oh, so you're new to the game. You just started and you got like 100 rebirths or 1 rebirth and stuff like that, or maybe 4 to 5 rebirths, right? Oh, don't worry, I got you. So go to your interface here, join this world here, because I've been hearing it's been going viral lately. Join this world here, this world, and they said that like you can join that, right? There's no stat requirements for it. You can go in there. The boss is strong. It can one-shot you, but all you need to do is get 1 key blast hit in and run away. and if you have a pro near you, then they can defeat them, and then you can rebirth just like that. Trust me, bro, it is insane. So you have that option. You have that option if you remove the stat requirements, and then you have the other option if the stat requirements stay. You still have access to look around and still explore. So like I said, this idea, I thought about it for a very long time. It can work, but it just needs to be done. It just needs to be done a certain way in order for it to work. That's all there is. Yeah, that's all. That's pretty much. That's pretty much. I think it would really do. It would really do pretty well. It would do pretty well. Pretty well indeed. Pretty well indeed. Give us a lot of bosses like the update before this. Yeah, I hear you. I see. What's up, Out though? But what's up? Indeed. They should do canon stat requirements. If they remove the stat requirements, this game is going to be cool. You can just get an alt with like a few trillions to infuse with weak players on your main account to just grind the strongest bosses. Yeah, but at the same time, Rush, I'm gonna tell you something. Because like I said, that can either work or it cannot work. And it can go either or. But I'm gonna tell you the reason why I mentioned about that is because that was when DBU was really had a lot of players playing that game. It really did have a lot of players playing that game. So because I remember it because when clans were made in DBU, this was the method that they would use in order to if you had somebody like a clan who was like, oh, I can help somebody, right? You had a clan in this game in DBU and you need to train people who are new to the game. You can be like, all right, so you're assigned to this people who are new to the game, and you can just carry them and then they can get stats this way. Also, it was a real good method for when Atlas streamed DBU at the time, because when he went to the strongest bosses and had the pros like finishing off the bosses, this also gave a chance, because what it did was for Atlas situation is that it helped him get some rebirths and stuff like that, and then stuff to showcase. It also helped the player who was introduced that was helping Atlas to get like his reputation boosted up, because he was helping the YouTuber in this case. So like I said, there are a lot of plays that can go into no stat requirements being no stat requirements, and I understand why stat requirements were added too, because there was a poll already on this, but when it actually went through, most of the people weren't too happy about it, but most people were satisfied by it. Most people were satisfied, but most weren't happy about it. So it was more of a mixed situation when stat requirements were added back in 2020. Because I still remember the reaction. We were all looking forward to, because we remember that we saw the sneak peek. The sneak peek was exactly the Earth map that is here right now, which was Super Saiyan God Vegito, right? That's the first thing. I remember we saw that and we got excited because we thought to ourselves like, okay, so now we got the grind plan going, because we thought to ourselves now in the private server, we thought, okay, so now with this situation, now we have a stat grinder and then a rep grinder working together, and then you either have a stat grinder rep grinder working together, or back then, of course, that wouldn't be possible. Now we had the fusion glitch, which is definitely not possible right now to have the fusion glitch. Fusion glitch, you just fuse glitch, and then the other person that was stat grinding can rebirth, and then he becomes the rebirther, and then you can help that person until that person has enough stats, until that person rebirths that was just using your fusion, and now you're the stat grinder now, because you was at the last boss getting a lot of stats. So you saw how this method was working in most cases. So even if fusion glitch doesn't even like return back, because it's a glitch, obviously it's a glitch, it wouldn't like come back. But even if stat requirements were removed and stuff like that, we still would have like the method of grinding would be, okay, so stat grinder, so this person is stat grinder and this person rebirth grinder, let's go in there and let's work together. Boom. And now fusion will have more of a give and take thing, be like, you fuse with me, this and that. like boom, this happens, and boom, that happens. So it's kind of like, you know, like the like I said, you got to do it in a way that'll like really like that, because it can go this way or it can lean towards this way, depending on what direction you go. It just depends on the direction. It depends on the direction, and of course the scaling, how the scaling is currently. You just gotta like really work around with the scaling in order for it to make sense. So that way a lot of people can just like play it. Let's see. I like the Supreme Cow World, GT, and Future Trunks map ideas, but if they were to make them not that big, like compared to the builds currently, because I couldn't even play on my mobile with the last updates. Yeah. Don't make the maps too big. Like I said, it doesn't need, like, Future Trunks map doesn't really need to be that big at all. The only thing that's gonna exist in Future Trunks map is just the ruined city, to where we saw in the scene where Goku Black and Zamasu and stuff was at. So it's gonna be a relatively like small map that's eligible for both mobile and PC. That there's no lag. So that would be pretty good. Supreme Cow's World would be pretty good, and of course the GT Earth is pretty good too, because you don't need to add a whole lot in there. You don't at all. It can just be a Earth with just a specific scene of somewhere, and then you just add the boss, and then you just add the like certain bosses that were just from that you're gonna add there. So it can work. It can work, so that way there isn't any trouble with that. And if 3 worlds was just the same size as current builds would be nice. Yeah. So that would work. That would work really well. Like I said, it will work pretty good. Best way to grind master on new forms is to rev grind or stack grind, or should AFK it. Either of the three. Either of the three would work. What I usually would do when I usually play a lot, I would usually just I use just stack grind, because now it's pretty quick. So you either stack grind or you just turn on your form and then you just sit there and then you just watch TV and then just keep doing this like that. Like you have one window open, like this open, and then you're in the form, and then before that 20-minute hit, you just move your screen around or move around like this to be sure that you're still awake, so that way it doesn't kick you out. So you just do that and then master your form to a certain level, whichever mastery level that's going to be, and then go from there. Now if you're on mobile, different story. If you're on mobile here, so you go to your phone here and then you transform to that form, and then you just watch TV. And then for every certain amount of minutes, you just move the character around just a little bit, and then you just start back and do that. But yeah, grinding works too. Now of course if you rebirthing like relatively fast and stuff like that, and you still want to use the form like boom and boom and boom and boom, that works too, even though you're rebirthing fast. But you can rebirth a different way. You can rebirth with not the usual routine of the bosses that you go to, but a different boss. That could work. But also grinding works. Yep, grinding works as well. Been grinding while rewatching regular show. Nice. Like I said, anything works. Anything works. Anything works. Let's see here. Boom. I wonder which world they would add, since they said they're not updating Bill's planet anymore. I think the most likely world they would add is Xenos Palace, because it has to be a world stronger than Bill's. It doesn't. Okay. When I said it doesn't have. So when I gave the idea, it doesn't have to be the world stronger than another world. It's based on the scaling of a world in a chronological order of it being, okay, this is Earth, this is Bill's, this is Supreme Kai's planet, Even though Supreme Kai's planet of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Kid Buu, and Mystic Gohan are not stronger than Bill's planet characters, that would still be the stronger world. It doesn't have to be in terms of like stronger world in terms of like scaling wise of that world scaling. I'm not talking about world scaling. I am talking about just specifically no matter what the power level is, the scaling of each world is different. It goes higher and higher, and it's different. It doesn't basically it's just like that. So that way it leaves a lot more content. So not in a way that the world scales and then you got to go higher like Zeno's Palace. No, you don't have to do that. Because if you go just straight Zeno Palace, that's end game. That's little. Oh, that was the lightning. I was like, what in the world was that? Like the change on the map here? Yeah, that's literally end game. If you just add instant Zeno Palace, end game, just right there. Boom. I'm back. 5-hour energy drink. Nice, Lucas. Nice. So they can add different universes like Universe 6 with the other Saiyans. I never thought of that one. Like I said, now I just think about it, that's a lot of content. That's a lot of other content right there. Albert, what's up? That's another type of content too. That's another type of content too of different worlds and stuff like that. My example was like Supreme Kai's world, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Mystic Gohan, Kid Buu, boom. It's not too big. It's like relatively small map that you can have access to, and it has much stronger. And those 3 NPCs are much stronger than the NPCs in Bill's planet. Pretty much all of them, because it's based on the world, not on the characters. Why don't you stay in Bill's planet? I don't have enough stats to grind up to the required amounts. I don't have enough stat gain in order to grind a certain amount of stats that I need. Wait, what in the world? Am I not transforming? Oh. Yeah. That's weird. Let's try this again. Except this time, we're combining the forms now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Too early or too late? Either one to which. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I was too slow. Yeah, it takes too long. Unless I go in a different pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll always end at 5 every time. This is my pacing. So like 1. No, I was there, but I was too late. I need to get my pacing down. I did it too early. It's always hit or miss. That should have happened. That should have been the one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is pretty weird. Okay, let me try to speed it up a little bit then, since I'm going too slow. Oh, okay. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Or 6. Up to 6 seconds of 1 Mississippi. Alright. Nope. Hold on. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. I wonder what pace, because I'm trying to figure out the pacing. Mostly I just went by intuition. It's weird. Yeah, you can stack with Godly Super Saiyan 3. I almost had it. I was just a little too slow. My pacing wasn't same. Super weird. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to waste too much on it. What? Oh, no wonder. No. I can't transform, y'all. It's weird. Hold up. No. Hold up. So, yeah, I can't transform. No wonder. I knew something was odd. I was like, there is no way yeah, that was it. I couldn't transform. You saw that, right? I did Super Saiyan 2. I quit just a second ago, like Super Saiyan 2, and I tried to transform it, and it didn't work. Yeah. No, guys, basically, my G transformation wasn't working. That was weird. I had to rejoin. Yeah, my G transformation wasn't working. That was super weird. Alright, let's see if this is back to working. Okay, now it's back to working. Okay, now we got our Super Saiyan back. And now... yeah, so now... yeah, see? Yeah, boom. Boom. Yeah, so the transformation thing wasn't working. That was the weird thing about it. I guess since we still got to go to Bill's planet, I'll combine Super Saiyan or Destruction. Let's try Destruction. No, I think, yeah, Destruction was the favorite. Yeah, Destruction was the favorite form. Yeah, this was my favorite form. Yeah, this is the favorite. So far, this is the favorite here because of how it looks. That Super Saiyan 3 with black hair. Boom. Now, of course, now we need Zenny to go. Yeah, that's not Time Breaker. That's actually God of Destruction. So we'll combine Super Saiyan Godly. What's Super Saiyan Godly 3? Super Saiyan Godly, Super Saiyan. Oof. Super Saiyan Godly, Super Saiyan. Godly Super Saiyan 3 instead. How am I saying Super Saiyan Godly, Super Saiyan, and now I'm just doing it again? Like, no. Alright, let's do Beast Cannon. Looks like Ego, Ultra Ego 3. Looks solid right there. That's true God Destruction right there. Yeah, I definitely like this form. Alright, now we got enough. Need it. Combine Time Breaker and Godly Super Saiyan 3. I just stacked Super Saiyan 3 with Time Breaker for the first time and one shot in every boss of my recommended quest, and I don't got that much reals. Should give it a miss. With True God of Creation. I would, but the problem is that with everything reverted, my Zenny costs like a lot. To which, before I make that switch, after the stream, I'm gonna make a video so that way I can showcase both sides of evil and good. So that way, of the new forms, because each time I switch sides, the Zenny increases. So it kind of just like doesn't work that well. Ah, that was too early. Yeah, that was definitely too early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that felt. Hold on. I'll make sure everything works. Yeah, see, there it is. I knew something was up. Like something's always up. The forms don't work. For some reason, the forms are not working. And Bill's playing it. That is weird. Unless it's this specific Bill's playing it. That's this specific Bill's playing it. So I gotta go just straight base form. I need to go to Vegeta if I'm going straight base form. Oh, energy don't work either. Can I fight regularly? Nope, I can't fight. I can't do Ki Blast. Nothing. I can't do the sit-up. Oh, I can do sit-ups. Okay, now I'm punching. Now I'm doing that. What about transform though? Missed it. Nope, I can't transform. I can't do energy volley, can't do that. That's not, it's weird. But if I do a sit-up, what? Okay, now I'm doing sit-ups. Alright, there we go. Okay, energy volley. Beast cannon, working. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now let's try this again. Let's see what, if I try time breaker. Nope, time breaker don't work. Okay, so every time I try to transform or pick a form to transform in, everything becomes bugged. And in order to get out of that bug, I do a sit-up, which takes a minute for it to load in. Let's see, sit up. Okay, there we go. And now this works, and then energy volley works, and then beast cannon works. But I can't use forms right now, so until our so we can't use forms at the moment right now. So that is odd. But now we can do something. I gotta go base form mode. Nah, the account is not for sale. The account's not for sale. No account is for sale. Nah. It's not for sale. Guys, I arrived late for the stream. I checked my phone, it says balancing. What does that mean? What's the update of balancing? Hold up. That's a new title that I don't remember seeing. Unless I just didn't see that. Balancing plus new bosses. Oh, wait. Hold on, let me check. I think it's balancing in terms of, let's see, abusable melee is now sorted. Damage has been correctly nerfed. Rebirth changes, and more, including subtle bug fixes. I guess that's what I mean balances in terms of that. Only small minor thing that we have here is that our form, if we try to transform into like a form or something like that, it becomes a little bit everything becomes bugged, including the stuff like that. Sam, I think it's bugged for Bulma's time chambers to steal the Zenny is bugged for the time chamber. I think they might have fixed it, though you can check it out when you rep. Oh, you talking about Bulma's place. Usually I would never go there because the Zenny is an insane amount. The Zenny is super insane. There is no way I can step foot into Bulma's time chamber. Like time chamber or the Hyperball time chamber. Yeah, we gotta go base mode. We can't use any forms. You could check it out. Also, the PvP forums were worked on balancing. I think I haven't tested them out yet. Okay. What's up, John? Bill's bugged. Why not Ultimate Spirit Bomb? I'm surprised y'all want me to use Ultimate Spirit Bomb. The reason why I don't use Ultimate Spirit Bomb was because like usually in the past, and the reason why it stopped me from using it is because in public servers in the past, it used to, every time you threw the Spirit Bomb, it would just stop mid attack. Like it'll stop in the middle. That's why I don't use it. Even though it's probably already fixed. Like, I'm sure it's fixed right now. Well, I can't use that, but I can use this. Like, I'm sure it's fixed right now. In pub servers that would happen. Private servers, yeah, it'll hit, and then you follow up with this. But mine is mostly just energy volley, and B scanning. Bill's plan had been broken for me since before the update. Can't even enter. Huh. You wanna know something about Bomas? The last time I was there, it wasn't reverted in DBU. They patched it, most likely. But basically, it was new DBU in Boma's chamber, all the old forms, even multi, and a multi-rail saved to the actual game, which was OP. Found out when I randomly went there. Ooh wee. But the thing about it is that even if I wanted, even if somebody wanted to like check it out, if they have prior grinding of going into Boma's chamber, Boma's like gravity chamber, then if I'm not mistaken, it'll cost like ton as any. Where we're at? 49 bill. 49 bill base stats. It still kind of stops me there though sometimes. Yeah, that's why I don't use it. That's why I don't use it. Even though it doesn't do that. And why don't you use forms? The forms are preventing me from doing anything at the moment. Let's see if it still works for a second. Watch. So let's see. Let's see, will it work? No, it's not working. It's not working. And I can't do that for a thing. So it's kind of bugged right now. So I can't use anything right now. At least this server is. I don't know if it's happening to every other server, but I'm gonna have to rejoin and then try that again. But I'm trying to get out the bug. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the bug, but because I won't be able to use anything. You usually can like if I'm not. Oh, it's the same with flying too. I can't transform. Hold up, I'm a little stuck here. Hold on. It's kind of weird. Hold up. I'm trying to I'm not trying to transform, but because now it doesn't work. But I'm trying to do a sit up or something. Okay, there we go. Ooh wee. Yeah. Well, it's bugged right now. I don't know if it's still working. We'll rejoin the game. But if it doesn't work, I'll just make a video, and then and then since you say you haven't watched in 3 years, I'll just make a video showcasing what was all new to this update, just in case if it doesn't work. Now we're gonna rejoin, and if it works, then cool. If it doesn't work, then like I said, I'll introduce a video of the update, showcasing what was all introduced and what was all new in that case. All right, let's see. They removed Boma's chamber from the game. Same for hyperbolic time chamber is happening. Rejoin in. What I understand is that you must like the game and also record videos, right? But it's all, huh? Wait, what? Wait, what are you talking about? So what I understand is that you must like the game and also record videos, right? But it's all good. Oh yeah. I lost my account with 10k rebirths, but I think I can recover it. Wait, huh? I'm confused. Alright, Otani. Yeah, we still play the game, so I still enjoy it. So no, I can't sell my account. It's not for sale. Much appreciated stopping by. Much appreciated stopping by indeed. What was it? Do you have Discord? We do have a Discord in the link in the description. If you check in the link in the description, there's a Discord called the Blox Ultimate Official Server. There you can find not only me, but a lot of other people there. You can find the developers and stuff like that. So join that server because that's the Blox Ultimate Official Server. Highly recommend joining that server indeed. Highly recommend joining that server indeed. But yeah, anime, yeah, that server in the link in the description is good there. Also in the link in the description is the tutorial for form mixing as well. Also another thing I want to say, Chris, thanks for the advice so I can get 10k reps. That's my goal. Oh, no problem, no problem. Like I said, yeah, small goals, big goal, and then main goal. Like I say, in order for you to be able to grind the way that you want to grind without worrying about how many rebirths other people are getting, or this amount, that amount, you got to be able to have a goal of yourself, a goal for yourself, so that way you can go for those goals. Then you'd be like, okay, boom, 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 and your biggest friend is going to be consistency. How consistent you are with just hitting it, or like just staying as consistent as close to possible, and then you're good. All right, let's check and see if the forums are working. Okay, the forums work more than likely. The forums probably work on Earth. So G and A plays, let's see. You went away before Blanco. I do not have Blanco, but I have Beast. Beast is no different from Blanco in terms of appearance, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can correct me wrong. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong or not. I do not have Blanco, but I do have Beast. I don't know if there's the two differences except for the stat changes, but that's about that. All right. So since you said that you it's been before Blanco was added, that means back in 2024. So that was back in 2024 if you're talking about years ago before. No. If you said 3 years ago, we're talking about, so 2022. Okay. Yeah, I believe the majority of this stuff was added there. So we have Godly Super Saiyan. Godly Super Saiyan. You already know about, I know you already know about Godly Super Saiyan 1. You remember this form, Godly Super Saiyan 2. I know you remember Godly Super Saiyan 2. I think that was already added a long time ago. Now this is something new that just released today, of course. Not this form, but this form in the special game pass, which is Godly Super Saiyan 1. So now we have Godly Super Saiyan 3. There's a pack called the Godly Pack, to which you can add Godly Super Saiyan 1 and 3, because we have 2 that was from the previous years. So now we have this, look pretty solid, right? And True God of Destruction, you remember True God of Destruction. Super Saiyan Blue 4, I think, were you here at the Limit Breaker update when they added Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker forms? Do you remember that? Do you remember when Super Saiyan 4? Yeah, so that was added. Okay, cool. So you remember that. So now Blanco, I do not have Blanco, but I do have Beast form. So that also tells me that you remember Super Saiyan Blue UI as well in that case. Wait, no. Question. Do you remember Ultra Ego or Super Saiyan Blue UI? Okay, yeah, you know UI too. Okay, in that case, Beast form. This is what Beast form looks like. You start out in base form, there's a cutscene. And just like that, this is Beast form. Boom. Boom. So it's a nice cinematic cutscene. Pretty cool indeed. This was added back in 2024. Yeah, so you get a cutscene with this one. This is probably the only one with a cutscene like this. Wait, actually no. There is another one with a cutscene like this. Timebreaker. Now that's new stuff. Now we're going over to the stuff that was added today. These two were added today. Now for these two here, one of them is pure Astral. I'm on the evil side right now, so I'm gonna make a separate video showcasing both evil side and good side in terms of these two. So the only thing I can show you right now is the evil side, but I will make a video showcasing both of those sides and any of the stuff that was new, whether it was this or that. So let's look at Astral at Corrupt Astral. So this is Corrupt Astral. I like this form. This form is pretty solid because it reminds me of Cumber from Dragon Ball Heroes. So it's pretty good indeed. That's what the aura looks like. The aura reminds me of like Cumber. It's literally that aura. So this is like the Cumber from Dragon Ball Heroes, but it's called Corrupt Astral. The R itself reminds me of it. So that's Corrupt Astral. Now this one, this is also new. This is Corrupted Super Saiyan Blue. So this is Corrupted Super Saiyan Blue. This right here, nice. And this is pretty nice. I like Corrupted Super Saiyan Blue in their corrupted forms because the aura, look at these particles flying just like that, and then the dark like auras right here on the sides and stuff. So you can tell it's very much of Corrupted Super Saiyan Blue. It's not the pure, but the corrupted version. And then Super Saiyan, and then of course Corrupted Super Saiyan Blue 2. Of course, you have the hair standing up and a little bit of electricity of a Super Saiyan 2. Oh, look at that. What was that? Look at that. Nice lighting. It's pretty good lighting right there. Boom. So there you go. Boom, boom. And so now you have Corrupted Super Saiyan Blue 3. Pretty nice and pretty good. Now this one, look at these particles right here. These nice white particles right here. So that's pretty much a thumbs up right there. You can't go wrong with it. You really can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with that. That looks pretty good, pretty solid. Now, True Super Saiyan God. True Super Saiyan God. Now that's the next one here. Pretty good. This definitely a favorite. Definitely a favorite with True Super Saiyan God. Like, look at it. Looks pretty nice, pretty good with the particles and stuff like that. Looks pretty good. And with that, we have Time Breaker. Time Breaker. Now, Time Breaker has a cutscene as well, so you might like this one. So let's detransform, and then with Time Breaker, here we go. We're gonna show Time Breaker. So right here, boom, put the mask on, and there it is, purple and dark aura here. So we got that Time Breaker form of that Xenoverse 2 style Time Breaker. Man, oh man, indeed. And just to add a little bit of a bonus there, because we're gonna do one more. We're gonna finish up. Actually, no. Before we wrap things up, I'm gonna show you a method here that's gonna be very beneficial, because it'll give you more leeway to have many forms and to look at many other forms as well. Oh, my thing's stuck. Let me reset real quick. Now in the link in the description, well, I'll mention that later. But for right now, let me show y'all the form, a form mix that was pretty nice. So like I said earlier, where I showed you Godly Super Saiyan 3. So I'm gonna equip that, right? And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna reset my character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, sometimes it works, sometimes it... Wait, don't tell me that it doesn't work. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it does work. Okay. At first, I thought the same bug was happening in Bill's Planet for a second. Hooey. I thought that was happening just for a second. Whoo. Oh, I didn't even start counting. Oh, I didn't even start counting, but I was able to interpret it. Okay, so what you just saw right there was that you saw, once you equipped... Okay, because I'm all over the place. You equip Godly Super Saiyan 3, right? You equip it. You saw me equip it earlier. And then you reset your character and count to 5 seconds. And then before you respawn, you spam that transform button. And then you have this form here. Now, that means you can also double it. So that means that, let's say True Super Saiyan God. I equipped it, but that doesn't make sense because I have this form here already. But, boom. We got form mixing. And now look at it. You already saw what True Super Saiyan God looks like, but now we got Godly Super Saiyan 3 mixed with True Super Saiyan God. And look at that, that looks pretty solid. Now, of course, if you want a tutorial that I did make a YouTube short that is in the link in the description, showing how to use the form mix. Of course, you equip the form, wait for 5 seconds, and then spam G, and then you can just mix with whatever forms that you have. Your base forms that you can use, as far as I know, unless someone else like in the DBU official server tells you, it was Godly Super Saiyan 3, Godly Super Saiyan, and Godly Super Saiyan 2. And what I mean by that is that these are the base forms that you can use, that you can equip and then reset, and then have that as your first transformation, and then you can pick any other forms to have as your second transformation. So you have 3 bases that you can use as your first transformation, and then any of the others on your second transformation of whichever one that you want to pick. With that said, I'm gonna look through all these, just make sure that everything is good. Boom, 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 boom. Where sometimes you can't transform or train, use energy blast, and it's punched at the same time. Just happened to me. Okay, so it's happening to most people. Okay. Well, this will get everybody the opportunity just to fix the bugs and stuff like that, and pretty much you'll be good to good to go. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap things up for today. That's pretty much the update. I will be making a separate video showcasing all the main components of what was added to the update and stuff like that, so that way y'all can see both sides of good and bad, and then you go from there. But make sure you guys like the video so we can get more people to also see what was into the update as well. And once again, thank y'all for watching, and we are out. Peace. Wait, so someone just asked me, how do I explain the fusion form glitch? Okay, I was just about to turn the stream off until Only Lurking just came in. Only Lurking, if you're still there, I'll tell you right here. So the fusion form glitch was something that was definitely patched, but the way that it worked, it was like this. When you're ready, when you're fusing with someone, and the purpose is the other person is giving you control. So it only works unless you get control. So as soon as you say fusion, as soon as you saw in the short, I did a charge up. And I did a charge up just like this. And then as soon as we say Shun, I transform. I transform while we are mid-fusion sequence. And then that allows you to transform again. That was called the fusion of form glitch, which was very OP. Too OP. But anyway, thank y'all for watching.